What up? It's your boy, part of the Cooler Army, here every day, especially on Sunday. That's the Lord's Day. As you can see, look at this. Weekend summon special missions. That's interesting. I actually didn't even know about that, honestly. I'm going to keep it real with you. This is the theme. Whenever I make a video, I'm a very busy individual. That's the most important part. Clear any stage from quest or event 3 times. Alright, almost did that. Fuck it, I'll do that. As a matter of fact, didn't I do that twice already? I bet you I did. 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 Yes, sir, I did. So right now, I believe I have 8. Look at that. We gonna do one more mission, and then we got 2. I don't know if it's a multi-summon or a premium summon, but we coming for that summon. And let me just say, although I am a busy individual, you know, you got to take time out of work. You got to slack off. You can't always work. You got to be irresponsible at some point in time. And when I've had the chance this week, I have been playing this cooler event with this badass fucking team. And by the way, let me just do this. This is disrespectful. I'm sorry, but I am going to do this. Your boy, Tech Vegito, puts in no fucking work. 0 work, unfortunately. I'm sorry. He just does. I'll tell you what, though. Topo, I respect him. Why? Because he gives a damage boost. But yeah, this event came out. The event is kind of interesting because I thought it was going to be like in the past, whenever you have multiple bosses at some stage, they're just weak fucks. And then I ended up getting super choice and I died. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I appreciate that. So it's actually a pretty decent event. And let me just say, you already know, your boy got Rainbow Tech EZA Beerus, which is, it's fucking ridiculous. He actually, when I first got him, I wasn't too happy. I'm like, whatever. Then I started using him more. Not too bad, not too shabby. His rage mechanic saves you sometimes. But now he's just straight up, like, it's fucking nuts, dude. It's fucking nuts. Let's do this. Let's keep these guys together. This is the main damage dealer. He's the main pimp on here, and his bottom hoe is Topo. But, yeah, he's a fucking ridiculously good unit, dude. I bet you I one-shot this nigga. Look at that! I didn't even need a fucking... Look at that! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! But yeah, I've come to a realization more and more that I really cannot continue living my life to the same degree that I lived it when I did not have a job. And it's funny because before getting a job, I thought to myself, like, why? Because I remember, I'm not gonna lie, I remember a lot of times I would be watching certain YouTubers, or I'd hear certain things online where it's like, listen, I'm very busy, got a job. And I'm like, yo, you're only working to 8 hours, and then you got all this other time. Like, why? Like, why do these guys make such a big deal about, quote-unquote, working on YouTube? Why do these guys make such a big deal about fucking having a job? Like, shut the fuck up. But unfortunately, I've come to the realization that this shit is a fucking drain, man. This shit is fucking... This is basically prison, except you're getting paid. It's some crazy shit. You see that? You see how Metal Cooler's standing there? And then he has all the slave coolers? That's my company. I'm in the back somewhere. I'm getting paid, though. See, I'm in the back. I'm in the back left. I'm getting paid, though, so I ain't complaining. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm getting paid. Because I'm not going to lie. This week kind of drained me. But then, I looked at my bank account and I said, that's some crazy shit. At least I'm getting that. Oh, and by the way, let me just say, I have to say this. This fucking guy is really fucking good. Like, first of all, I'm not a huge Dragon Ball Super fan. So I was like, whatever. When I got him, I'm like, alright, he's pretty cool. He's not bad. He is fucking ridiculous, dude. He crits on stunned enemies, and he himself stuns enemies. It's like, it's fucking nuts, honestly. It really is. Let's see. Can we get a 4? Come on, man. Don't do this to me. I can't get a 4. Well, I could do this, right? Yes, sir. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do that because I'm the man. What should we do here? I guess we'll go for this guy. And then for Beerus, we'll just take out the AGL just in case. And then we will take out the STR. I think I can take him out. And boom. this team is fucking crazy. I don't even have. If you had, I think honestly, this team is really fucking ridiculous. It's really fun. I don't know if I would go as far to say it's the quote unquote best team. Although if you had Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, it could arguably be the best team in terms of just utility, because all these motherfuckers have their own abilities and they all are really good. It's ridiculous, honestly. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm living that slave life, and I've come to the realization that when you go to work and come home, it is just so hard. First of all, this is the problem, right? You don't think about all the ulterior shit that goes into having a job. Like, it's kind of like when you don't think about something. Like, for example, if you ever seen an old episode of The Cosbys, right? This is before Bill Cosby was a rapist, so it's okay I'm bringing this up. Old episode of The Cosbys where Theo, his son, is basically saying, listen, Dad, I'm going to just fucking drop out of school. I'm going to get a job. Da-da-da-da. It's not that hard. All I need is, like, what? $500 for rent, $100 for groceries. I'm good. And then Bill Cosby just sat down and he had Monopoly money and he went down the list of things of, like, what a job has to do in order to pay bills. And it's so true because he just goes down. He's like, what about your insurance? Got to take that. What about your car? Got to take that. What about the electricity bill? Got to take that. And then at the end of the day, he was in fucking debt. That's kind of like what it is with having a job in terms of time. It's like, yeah, it's 8 hours at your job. Well, I commute every day, and it's about 40 minutes. So might as well just round that up to a nice 45 minutes, an hour and a half per day. So instead of me working 8 hours, it's more like an hour and a half. And my job, they actually want you to, they encourage you to stay there for, they want you to stay there low-key 9 hours. Like they're fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Me personally, I honestly stay, work time, I probably stay there, keep it a buck. I probably do stay there 9 hours, keep it 100, because for lunch, I eat lunch within 10-15 minutes, and then I bounce a little bit earlier. So, like, say I come in at 10, I usually try to leave 6:15, if possible, usually more than likely 6:30. Which, by the way, I think is stupid. I think my job should just put it in their clause where, hey, if you want to leave a little earlier, fucking leave a little earlier by skipping lunch or, you know, eating quickly, whatever. But it's in their, like, employee handbook. Like, they don't really want you to do that. But keep it a buck. If anyone ever told me, hey, listen, you're leaving 20 minutes earlier than usual, which I'm really not. I'm there. I'm doing the slave labor. I'd probably just bounce, honestly. I'd probably be like, listen, I can't fucking do this where I'm going to sit here. First of all, I don't want to, like, the thing is with the lunch, they give you an hour lunch. But it takes me like 20 minutes, 9 times out of 10, to eat my lunch. So, like, what? The other 40 minutes I'm supposed to sit there with a thumb at my ass? Fuck that. So, let's just go ahead. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, I'm there 8.5 hours, plus the half hour and the hour for the commute. I'm there, let's just say 10 hours of my day is fucking gone. 10 hours is gone. Now, the normal human being, you're supposed to sleep 8 hours a night. So you have 10 hours for your job, 8 hours for sleep, and you're left with 6 hours. During the 6 hours, I would say at least an hour goes to dinner and a shower. So now I have 5 hours. If I ever have to do anything else that takes an hour or two, there goes another 2 hours. So we got about 3 hours to play with. So now during these 3 hours to play with, 3 or 4 hours, if I want to play a game or relax or watch a movie, it's fucking done. It's over. There's no time for any hobbies or any extracurricular activities. Like, sometimes I like to fucking actually do some side projects. I like to do shit at my house. But it's just not fucking possible because I don't have the fucking time. Like, it's fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And it is what it is. I mean, in all honesty, I guess that's what having a job is that you give up your time, and then on the weekend you should be able to make up whatever you want to make up, because technically, like people say, when you're in school, you, look at that damage, Jesus. When you're in school, you basically spend more time studying and all that bullshit, and at school, I personally like school more. At least you're home, at least you can relax, at least you can choose when you want to do something. I'd fucking go back to school in a heartbeat, but unfortunately my parents don't believe in working and don't believe in paying their own bills, so it is what it is. And it's not that they don't believe in paying their own bills, it's just the fact that they're fucking broke. Now, with that being said, I just want to make this point. This will probably be the last time I mention it, but keep this in mind. If you're in school, cherish that time. That is a beautiful time. That is an amazing time. That is a time that I look back on fondly. Except all, boom, look at that. Got the tickets, got the widgets, got the Lakers. So let's go ahead and see. Weekend Summon. Weekend Summon, let's see. Is it good? Is it bad? Wow, that's actually not a bad unit to get. Meh. Not terrible, but meh. The Brain, I have no interest. Topo, I wouldn't mind him. This guy, I pray to God, not you, not you. I don't really want this guy. He's alright, but he doesn't have Fierce Battle. He doesn't even have Shattering the Limit. Who am I supposed to link this guy with? Who are his alliances? Who are his allies? Probably a bunch of other furries. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like my job. It's not terrible, but I kind of would like more free time to do stuff I want to do. I do have vacation. Honestly, keep it a buck. I'm probably going to try to, of course, I'm going to try to, oh, nice. Is this the AGL one? Not bad. I almost have him rainbowed, so fuck it. Try to take off a Friday next week or the week after something. I need some fucking time off, man. I can't live this 9 to 5. And last year I didn't really take off that much. I took off a good chunk during Christmas, but I have 5 days from last year, 16 days from this year. I got 21 days vacation. That's about what? 21 days vacation. Divide that by 5. That's about a month of vacation. So we got to use that wisely. At least that's the intention, anyway. Yeah, it's just a bit frustrating because I don't know, if you have a hobby of any type, it does take up your time. But that's kind of the frustrating thing. Like, that's your hobby. Like, it's not your job. You don't have all the time in the world to, you know, dedicate yourself to that. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of annoying just because of the fact that, you know, you think you have so much time, but then at the end of the day, guess what? Stupid. You really don't have that much time. Kind of sucks. Kind of annoying. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run through the cooler event one more time. Because we got to keep this going. We got to keep the mojo going. And honestly, I run laps around this event. Oh my God. But yeah, it is kind of frustrating. It is kind of annoying. I kind of wish that I kind of at least wish I lived a little bit closer to my job. Well, the thing is, I live in a city, right? Or a city area. So, like, even if I got a job that was, say, in New York, which is like, what, fucking a 20-minute drive, the traffic is fucking disgusting. It might as well be a fucking hour. And then there's also some cities close to me, but even then, the fucking traffic, that's the thing, the city traffic is what fucks you. Like, when I commute, my job is like 35 minutes away. I can get there in 35 minutes. It's just when I drive past the city, it fucking adds like, what, another 10, 15 minutes at least? And it's fucking annoying as shit and frustrating. But again, here's the thing. This is the odd thing. I don't mind the drive that much. I really don't. I don't give a shit. I just wish there was more time in the day because when I come home, like, I want to do certain things. I want to, like, work on a side project. Or, you know, I have multiple YouTube channels that I use. One, personally, I use for programming. It's more so like an archive for myself to, like, put shit that I learned in video. And it's a good reference point. It's like documentation almost. And I like that. But those videos take the most amount of time. And they really are annoying to set up because you have to do some work in order to get it ready, up and running, which isn't the end of the world, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of disconcerting because I could spend a day working on a video, or I could spend a day playing video games or going out with friends, you know what I mean? It's kind of a hard thing to rationalize to do with your free time, you know what I mean? Because at some point, if you don't relax, then it feels like your fucking hobby's your job, and that's whack, yo. That's whack. Let's go ahead and do this. And yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, I guess the one positive I can think of right now is that I've been feeling better in general. I've been trying to have a more strict diet, a little bit of a better exercise routine. But again, even that, it's like, Jesus Christ, man, you fucking come home, you're tired, you don't want to exercise, you don't want to move. But then at the end of the fucking month, you look back and you go, Jesus Christ, I fucking exercised, what, 2 or 3 times? Which, I don't know. I don't even like exercising, keep it a buck. But it is something that you do feel better at the end of the month. You do feel a little bit healthier. It might be a placebo effect. It's entirely possible, but I don't know. I'd rather fucking take time out and at least try to do that. Because when I'm thinking about it, you know, I'm doing it. It's like whatever. I'll play Dokkan or I'll play Smash on the Switch or I'll just do something. And, fuck. Who's coming here? Topo. Who here would do the most damage? I think Beerus would do the most damage. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Is there a way? Alright, what you're about to see right now is called chance. This is when you take a chance. So as you can see, your boy Goku over there, he's either going to make or break this right now. I don't even give a fuck. If we die, we die. If we survive, it'll be all that much better. Come on, Goku. If you don't dodge us, we're in the shitter. Come on, Goku. There we go. I like you. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just kind of a bit of a frustrating thing where you just want more time to do shit. But for me, the most annoying thing that I hate, I always hated this in school too, is when you have a very clear vision of something that you want to do and you can do, but then you have to do it. Like, let's just say you know how to bake a cake, right? You put the eggs, you put the flour, you put everything in, and at the end you have a cake, right? I hate doing things that are extremely, like, mind-numbingly defined. Like I don't like doing things that I know I can do easily, meaning that I'd rather do a math problem or math homework that's kind of annoying that takes 2 hours than write an essay about some shit I already know that takes an hour, because I hate going through the motion. Like, I don't like not thinking. Like, as long as that sounds, like, I don't like whenever I would go and take, my least favorite test would be essays, because I would just have so much shit in my mind, and I'm like, alright, here we go. Time to put this shit on the paper. Let's get rid of 5, fuck it. Let's put this shit on the paper, let's not forget. And it was alright. Like, this is the thing, this is the genjutsu thing, right? I hate writing certain essays and doing things that I already know, but then I love once it's done and it's on paper and it's documented, I don't ever have to do it again. It's done and it's Gucci and it's there. I like that. That's the same thing with me, like at my job in terms of documentation. Like, if I figure out a problem or if I figure out how to do something, I'll try. It's annoying, but I write it on our shared space for documents, and then it's there forever. Like, there's shit I have from last year that I still reference, and I'm so happy I wrote it down, and I'm happy that it's there. And I like that. You know, I like it being there, but for me, it's just so annoying. Like, when you already have the perfect, like, you have it defined already in your mind, and then you basically have to go through now, and you got to put your thoughts to words on a piece of paper, and it's kind of going through the motion. I don't know. Even at work, like, for, like, a lot of times, like, if I'm writing software, I feel like I'm more engaged when I'm writing it and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing than I do when I'm doing the test work. Certain test work, like unit tests, that I already know the outcome. Like, if I write some method that's 1 + 1 is 2, and then I have to write a test, if I send 1 and 1, do I get back 2? And it's like, yeah, I already know the shit's gonna happen. Like, it's fucking boring. Like, 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing those, like, simple test cases, I'll listen to music or I'll do something. I have to do something. It's mind-numbingly fucking boring. But then if it's something where it's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, I'm trying to figure out something that's a little more interesting. Same thing when you're developing something and you don't know what you're doing. I like that more. I like not knowing. I like figuring shit out, because at least then you're engaged and at least then you're trying to do something. And that's something that, honestly, like, me saying this right now, it sounds fucking retarded. like, when I was younger, I always hated math. I thought math was the dumbest shit ever. And I low-key like math now. I don't want to say that because I feel like I still have that feeling of like that's so fucking nerdy and that's so fucking, like, I feel like that's not true. Like, I feel like, you know, you say, like, you learn certain things about yourself that are true but you don't think are true. Like, for example, me personally, I like a challenge. I don't like just doing shit. Like I just said, I don't like just showing up, getting a paycheck, and leaving. Like, one of the most miserable things at my job was like the first month where I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. There wasn't much to do at the time because I was new and I was so Hmong, and I was just basically like showing up, being a Hmong for 8 hours and then leaving. That was really fucking boring and it was really fucking annoying. So that's something that you just learn about yourself. Even in school, the first time I went to college, I was super scared of math. I was super shook. I'm like, I'm not going to pass. I'm fucking retarded. I'm a piece of shit. And then I was like, I was initially thinking, you know what? I'm going to take an easy major. I don't want to take math. I'm scared of math. I actually skipped a fucking semester taking math. And I'm like, you know what? You know what I want my major to be? I want to be a social worker. Because in my mind, and this is the thing, this is the worst thing in my mind, I was like, yeah, I could help people. Yeah, I could help people out, which is fine. But you should really want to do that. Me, I came to the realization, even at that time, the only reason I was doing it, low-key, is because I was afraid of math. I didn't want to do math. And I basically was trying to find an out to not do math and get away from my problems. And I actually thought about taking that social work class, and I saw, like, the first assignment, like, the first day. So, like, think of a problem where you help someone, right? And how did you help them? What was it like? Write it down, blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting, but I would never want to do this as a job. And as an assignment, this is so fucking long. Like, this is too easy. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I'm going to go and take college credits, right? And I'm going to get the same, I'm going to pay the same amount, but I'm going to learn less. And it's not going to be the same degree of education. I'm literally fucking myself because I'm a lazy piece of shit and I don't want to do the work. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather take an L. I was like, I didn't change my major, but I started going towards, I'm going to go ahead and heal just, I have 999 of these guys. Who gives a shit? I started going towards more math-based things, more science-based things, and eventually I just tried computer science, which in the beginning I was completely shit at, and I had to fight to get a B+, but eventually got better at, and I like that, and I'm happy I did that, and that's just personally, I don't regret my major. I don't regret the decisions I made, and I'm happy I did what I did, because at the end of the day, you should really try to be true with yourself and not fucking bullshit and be in denial and be like, oh, you know, and there's nothing wrong with social work. If you love social work, then fucking do it. I personally was a piece of shit and was trying to get around doing math work to, you know, find some major that's easy. Oh, I don't need math. But in reality, keep it a buck, 100. If your major doesn't have math, 9 times out of 10, it might be on some foof shit. You know, there's that 1 out of 10 where it's not foo-foo. But a lot of times it's real fucking foo-foo. So, that foo-foo lame shit, I ain't with it. So at the end of the day, what did we learn? We have some self-truths that we have to address. That, you know, what you major in matters. What you do matters. The work you do matters. It takes a mental toll as well as a spiritual toll on you that is, at the end of the day, you have to say, is it worth it? Right now, I'm working, and do I have as much time to do what I want? No. But is it a job I like? Yes. Is it people I work with? Yes. You know, it's a good job, good people, and it's in a field that, honestly, I don't know how the fuck I'm getting paid as much as I'm getting paid just to show up and do shit that I was doing in school. Like, legit, the same shit I was doing in school, the same problems I was solving, is now being applied in a business sense. They're making money, I'm getting paid. I don't know how the fuck this shit works. I mean, my dad worked that 9-to-5 hard life of fucking physical labor, so I kind of feel like, why am I getting paid so much? But at the end of the day, I took calculus. Other people did not, so here we are. So if I had any recommendations, any advice, I'd say do what's best, not do what's easiest. And remember, I really got schemed on this fucking weekend summon. How the fuck did I get Wolfman?